Last Wednesday afternoon, approximately about 5 o'clock, we heard that this property was on fire with a kitchen fire, which I automatically told my brothers, and we came around and the fire trucks were here, and father had had a kitchen stove fire and set fire to the kitchen.
When he was cooking his sweet corn fritters, there were cooking oil inside, it got too hot. He's got an induction hob, isn't it? Yeah, and they heat up super quick. And it just went to a flash situation. So when oil gets to a certain temperature, it starts boiling, and then it flashes and ignites. And most houses normally have tea towels and all sorts of stuff around their cooking area. Flashed, burst into flames, and away it went.
He had tried to do the tea towel,
but it probably wasn't wet.
It probably wasn't wet.
So we can use a wet tea towel, but you got to have time to wet it, and the smoke, remember. So unfortunately, you're against the clock, and it's multiplying every second. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
And their neighbour had heard, he smelt some smoke, and then he heard the smoke alarms going off, and lots of them. Looked over, saw the smoke, came round and went inside through the front door and pulled our father to safety.
I was walking outside, and I could just smell a bit of smoke, and I guess if I concentrated hard enough as well, I could hear just a real faint buzzing noise, which was obviously the smoke alarm. So I looked over the fence out the backyard, couldn't see anything, and then I just rushed over here to our kitchen, looked over, and that's when I could see the flames in his kitchen. Then quickly darted over here and opened this up, which was all pretty smoky and whatnot, and I just yelled out, "Is anybody in there?" And he says, "Yeah." So I walked in and just tried to get him out.
As I show you here, this is one of the smoke alarms that saved his life. As both veterans of the New Zealand Fire Service, as volunteers looking after our community, we can't push these things enough. This and good neighbours save lives.
Yep.
I would say he was probably another 2 minutes off. That could easily have been a fatality. It's as quick as that. Quick actions of the Hastings Brigade, which we take a hat off to, quelled the fire before it took a major hold of the property. But it all brings it home that we put extra smoke alarms because of what we do as a help in our community, is we put extra smoke alarms in. When approximately 3 years ago, when as you're getting older and more frail, you need to look after them more, and they do, things are a lot slower to happen, and this is why, he tried to extinguish it, which is wrong, but he did try, and that's we've got to push home too. Get out. We teach the young ones. We should be teaching the old ones too. They don't be superheroes. They're not. They won't be here forever if they try to put fires out like that. Get out. Insurance and all that, and we'll fix the problem. They have a house. Afterwards, hopefully, but they need to get out and stay out. Some of the people who listen to this should go home and check their elderly parents' place that they have got enough smoke alarms, working smoke alarms,
At least check them every 6 months.
and
too.
make sure they're checking them
Vacuum
every
them.
6 months.
Give them a vacuum.
And
You,
go
when
and
you're
talk.
vacuuming, push the button.
Yeah. Go and talk to the neighbours. Know your neighbours. Neighbours and working smoke alarms save lives.